Welcome to this brief guide on how to insert images into Excel using the image formula. For the longest time, inserting an image into an Excel file has been a finicky affair, but now your images can be part of the worksheet instead of floating on top. Today I'll show you how to do that. Traditionally speaking, with my web image that I have here, I would normally right-click and copy the image. And then once I've selected copy image, I would head back to my Excel file and use the command Control-V to paste the image in. But now you can see that it's on top of my Excel sheet instead of inside the cell that I prefer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that image. I'm going to go back to Microsoft Edge, but this time when I right-click on my image, I'm going to select the Copy Image Link option. This will give me the direct URL to the image. And now, back inside Excel, I'm going to use a brand new formula, which is the image formula. So by typing in equals image, I can then use parentheses to add in my source, which I'll put in quotation marks since it is a URL and not a cell reference. I then use a comma, and I can put in alt text, should I prefer, for accessibility reasons, which I will also put in quotation marks. And then I have sizing options. We'll go through a few of these during this video. But to begin with, I'll just select 0, which will fit it to the cell. This helps ensure that the aspect ratio is maintained across my entire document. And hovering over the image, I get a larger preview of the image itself. I can also resize the cell, and as you can see, the image will increase in size until it fits the cell as per my formula. If I wanted to reference this image in multiple places, I can create cells and put the information such as my alt text and the URL in them, and then reference them separately. So here I can type in the equals image formula, and instead of putting in the full URL, I can now reference the cell itself, which in this case is D2, comma, and then my alt text, which is a reference from D3. And now I'm going to select the option to fill the cell. And when I select this option, what you'll notice is that my image is a bit out of whack as far as aspect ratio is concerned, but it does fill the cell as we'd expect per the formula. Now lastly, I do also have an extra option, which is the ability to actually set a custom size for the actual image itself. So instead of selecting 0 or 1, I'll select 3, and then it will ask me to put in the number of pixels for both height, which in this case I'm going to go with 400, and then the width, which I will also put 400. And now you can see obviously the image is quite large, and if I can stretch the cell open to over 400 pixels in height and over 400 pixels in width, we can now see the full size of my image right there. And that is how you use the brand new image formula to make inserting images in your Excel worksheets a breeze. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to check out the channel, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.